everybody, Let's for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. So, yesterday a few new cards were announced. These are from the premium packs and a V-Jump promo. I believe this guy here is a V-Jump promo and the rest are from the premium packs. And they're all pretty cool cards. I've looked over them. we got the new Gandora, we got some new Performapals, and we got a bunch of other cool stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about them. So first and foremost is Gandora Giga-Rays, the Dragon of Destruction. It's such a cool name. And now this guy actually makes like a Gandora deck actually playable, which I've always wanted because like Gandora is such a cool dragon, but he's not like a full archetype, and even then. Honestly, the original Gandora is not a very good card. So, he's a level 8 Dark Dragon, special summon effect monster. Guess I don't know why they put that there. But anyways, 0 attack, 0 defense, cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned from your hand by sending 2 monsters from your hand and or field to the graveyard other than this card. And this card gains 300 attack for each banished card, which is really good because you can use so much stuff in order to pump up his attack power, like for instance Pot of Desires and just a bunch of other things, including his own effect, which is scary. So once per turn you can pay half your life points. Apply this effect depending on the number of Gandora monsters of different names currently in your graveyard. The first one, destroy all cards on the field other than this card. Second one, banish all cards on the field other than this card. And third one, just banish all cards on the field and in the graveyard other than this card. So his second effect kind of sort of fuels his first effect with the having 2 or more and the 3 or more to trigger, because basically if you have all 3 Gandoras in the graveyard, this one and then the other 2 in the graveyard, you know, like 3 different copies of them, you can get that third one and then you can just blanket banish everything on the field and in the graveyard. That can give him a crap ton of more attack power. Now the sad thing is that you won't have any more Gandoras in your graveyard, so you won't be able to do the effect again the next turn. But however, trade in, summoning another one of this guy, stuff like that can easily get more guys into your graveyard, which is pretty cool. My biggest concern with this guy is that honestly, actually getting the Gandoras in your graveyard, aside from trade-in and his own effect, there's no easy real way to search them out. You can't search them out through like Melody due to him not having any base attack power, and obviously you can't search them out. I think like the only way you could feasibly search them out is through Eclipse Wyvern, and that's the only one I can think of. And even then, that's like super slow. So I don't know. He's pretty cool, and I kind of want to try out a Gandora deck, but I don't know how well that'll work. Next up is Performapal Ballad, or Ballad, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Level 3 Earth Plant Pendulum Effect Monster, 500 attack, 1100 defense, pendulum scale of 2, which is a pretty good scale. Pendulum effect, once per turn at the start of the damage step, if a Performapal monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can have that opponent's monster lose 600 attack power, which is pretty cool. It's continuing the Performapal idea of attack and defense manipulation, which I really like. I know I'm in the minority of that, but I happen to like the playstyle of Performapals. Monster effect. If a Performapal monster you control attacks after damage calculation, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That opponent's monster loses attack equal to that Performapal monster's attack. This is pretty cool. It's kind of sort of like Pretty Heroine for, Leading Lady. I keep wanting to call her by her LCG name. It's kind of like Leading Lady is for Abyss Actors. It's able to reduce the attack of an opponent's monster, but however it's a bit better because it's by the attack power of your monster. So if you attack with like a I don't know, an Ella Hammer, and you kill something, you can use this thing's effect to reduce another monster's attack power by 2600. The only real issue is that it's got to be out on the field as a monster, and it's honestly pretty crappy stats. Next up is, well, the one that's supposed to go along with it, Performapal Barracuda. I'm not really sure where the Barracuda comes from. Apparently it's a pun involving roses and Barra. So I don't get it. Maybe somebody who's fluent in Japanese can explain to me. I don't get it though. Level 3 Earth Plant type Pendulum Effect Monster, 500 attack, 1100 defense. Literally the same stats as the previous one, except this has a Pendulum scale of 5. So with these two in your P scale, you can Pendulum summon anything from levels 3 to 4, which is pretty cool. Pendulum scale 5, as I already said. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, if a Performapal monster, you control battles an opponent's monster. During damage calculation, you can have that opponent's monster lose attack equal to the difference between its current attack and its original attack. So basically, you use this one effect first, drop it by 600, then you use this one to drop it by the difference between, so basically it loses another 600, which is pretty cool. I actually really like that combo kind of thing there, which allows you to just get over a whole bunch of stuff. Monster effect. During your first turn, you can target one Performapal monster whose current attack is different than its original attack for the rest of this turn. That monster gains attack equal to the difference between its original and current attack, which again is pretty cool because it just further uses that whole Performapal attack and defense manipulation. The issue again is that it's a pretty weak monster. You got to have it out on the field, and honestly, pretty much you're probably just going to pendulum summon these, use their effects, and then overlay into something, which is pretty good, I guess. I liked them, though. I don't know how usable they're going to be, but I might test them out. They look pretty cool. And then finally, the last card. For some reason, I thought there were more, but oh well. Frightfur Daredevil. So it looks like a big Daredevil with a diaper on. I don't really get that, but whatever. This is a card that a lot of people were being hyped for because it's kind of like Sora's signature card in the manga right now, or at least that's, I think it is, because he hasn't really had much duels from what I've been told. I really want to read the manga, but I'm like waiting for the English release. So, level 8 Dark Fiend type fusion effect monster, 3000 attack, 2200 defense. Fusion materials, so 1 Edgent plus 1 Fluffle, so it's super easy to summon, and it's got really good stats. You can only use the second effect of Frightfur Daredevil once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. And I like that, just being able to put more pressure on your opponent. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this face-up card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each Frightfur monster in your graveyard. Which can really kind of sort of punish them and really put them into a weird situation where, okay, you have like 1500 life points left, they have like, I don't know, 2,000 or so, and they go into Castell. They have to, well, that or anything else really, they got to be careful because if Daredevil, he doesn't have to go to graveyard, he just has to leave the field. So then, depending on how many Frightfurs you have in your graveyard, you can game your opponent with this effect, which I really like. It can really punish your opponent for just trying to kill a monster or get rid of it. And that being said, though, I kind of wish that it was like Frightfur, Fluffle, Edgem, anything else that you have more so in the graveyard than just Frightfurs. Like, really, come on. I mean, late game, yeah, you're going to have a lot of Frightfurs in your graveyard, but early game, not so much. And sometimes even into mid game, you're not going to have that many depending on how the game's going. So, overall, I really like these cards. We got 4 new cards announced. These two are honestly probably the weakest, but I really liked them, though. This guy, you can probably make a whole Gandora deck around, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, there's Frightfur Daredevil, which is kind of awesome, really. I mean, any new Frightfur Fluffle support is really awesome, in my opinion, because the deck is just so cool, but however, it just needs so much more. Granted, though, the stuff from Fusion Enforcers is going to greatly improve the deck, and not just because of Penguin being a water, god dang it. I don't know why Konami did that, but well, whatever. So guys, that's my opinions on these cards. What are yours? I really liked them quite a bit, honestly, for the most part. I really like the designs of these two, like the most. So guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If you guys want to help out my channel, you can always find my Amazon wish list down below. Of course, you'll also find my Facebook, my Twitter, all that stuff. So yeah, and I use all those relatively often, and you'll see me on there. And if you ever want to talk to me and ask me a question or anything, you can always go there. So guys, again, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye. And I just realized I repeated myself, but oh well. See ya.